This video is going to have a quick recap of what is factorizing. Last time you would have looked at factorizing would have been in grade 8 because we didn't have a look at it last year. So this video will just remind you of the process that we learned in grade 8 when we completed our factorizing. So factorizing is the opposite of expanding. It involves breaking down a number or expression into smaller factors that can be numeric or algebraic, or a combination of both. So our smaller factor could be 2, it could be 5, it could be an a, it could be an x, or it could be 2x. The process of factorizing an algebraic expression involves changing it from a sum or a subtraction or difference into the product of factors. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So we want to factorize the expression 2x plus 6. So to factorize this expression, we need to look for the highest common factor. So the highest common factor between 2x and 6 is going to be 2. So 2 is the term that's on the outside of our brackets. So our first term of 2x, when we divide it by 2, it is going to equal to x because the 2's cancel each other out. And then the second term of 6, so 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. So the x and the 3 is what will go inside my set of brackets when I write my final factorized answer. So my factorized answer is going to be 2 because the highest common factor goes outside of the bracket, and then inside the bracket is going to be x plus 3. So the factorized answer for the expression 2x plus 6 is going to be 2 and then x plus 3 inside of brackets. Now, because factorizing is the opposite of expanding, if you wanted to check your answer, you could go ahead and do the expansion. So 2 times x plus 2 times 3, which is equal to 2x plus 6. So you can always check your factorization by going ahead and expanding your answer to make sure you get the original expression from the question. So let's have a look at another example. In this example, we want to factorize the expression 12gh minus 8g. So the highest common factor, I've got a g in both terms, so my g is going to be included. And I've got 12 and 8, which the highest common factor between 12 and 8 is 4. So my highest common factor for this factorization is going to be 4g. So remember, if you have a letter in both terms, that is included in your highest common factor as well. So now I multiply both of my terms by that highest common factor of 4g. So 12gh divided by 4g is going to equal to 3h because the g's cancel each other out. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and then the h remains, so my answer is 3h. 8g divided by 4g is going to equal to 2. So when I write my factorized answer, the highest common factor of 4g is going to be on the outside of my brackets, and on the inside of my bracket is going to be 3h minus 2. So the factorized answer for 12gh minus 8g is equal to 4g and then 3h minus 2 inside of the brackets. So in the last example, I want to factorize the expression 24mab plus 12ab. Having a look for the highest common factor, the highest common factor between those two terms is going to be 12ab. So now I need to divide both of my original terms by that highest common factor of 12ab. So 24mab divided by 12ab. So 24mab divided by 12ab. I can cancel the a and the b out. And then 24 divided by 12 is equal to 2. So 2, and then changes to a 1. So my answer is going to be 2m. And then 12ab divided by 12ab is equal to 1. So going ahead and writing my factorized answer, my highest common factor is going to be on the outside. So 12ab is on the outside. And inside the bracket is 2m plus 1. So even though it is a 1, it still needs to be written. The factorized answer won't make sense unless you include the 1. So please always remember that if you are taking the whole term as the highest common factor, you still need to replace it inside the bracket with a 1. So the factorized answer of 24mab plus 12ab is going to equal 12ab and then 2n plus 1 inside of my brackets. So that is a recap of the factorization that you would have done in grade 8. This year we'll go ahead and expand on our factorization that we did in grade 8, and we'll look at some different types of factorization that we can use for different types of expressions.